8-bit baseball is on. Game 2 between National Jetty and the Super Strikes. The home team won the first game, a high-scoring 8-7 affair. But who knows who will prevail today? New day for 8-bit baseball. Well, the players are all warmed up and have taken the field. Let's begin the action. Pitching today for the Super Strikes is Bret. The first batter is Connor, who hits it down the first baseline. The first baseman is there for the first out. Next up is Weish, the center fielder. Bret winds and delivers, and that one's hit foul. Strike one. No balls. One strike to Weish. Bret winds and delivers. It's inside a ball. The count 1-1. Bret. And that's going to be a hit out to center field. The center fielder is not able to make the play, Sauer, and so he's able to get on base. And now Zappa, who had the game of a lifetime last game, 5 of 5. And he hits it to the second baseman, who's able to get the lead runner. Oh, he hit right into a double play. So that will end the top half of the first inning. The Super Strikes are now up to bat. Center fielder Sauer. And pitching for National Jetty is Elfman. That one gets up to the center fielder. All the way up to the center fielder. A hard grounder there. Puts Sauer on base. Nobody down for McCoy, the second baseman. That one's popped up on the foul territory side. And it looks like Marsh is over there and able to make the catch for the first out. So Rodney, the right fielder, comes up. Rodney swings at that pitch. That one was in the dirt, though. Elfman really fooled him. And, oh, no, and then we've got a hit by pitch. So he will take a free base. And now left fielder Roche up. Elfman pitching outside, a ball for that one. The count 1-0, and then a strike on the corner, a hard 98-mile-per-hour strike. 1-1 the count. Roche stares at a 100-mile-an-hour strike. Elfman's got speed, there's no doubt. Count 1-2, and he swings at that one, but it's right to the second baseman, and then the runner there can't tag, and so we get a double play to end that inning. Well, defensive fireworks. Now Zarate, the first baseman, up to bat for National Jetty. He hits that one down the third base line. Roche is charging in, but he can't quite get there. He was close. That was a very good effort. But that was a hard hit ball, and it dropped just before he was able to get to it. Marsh, the third baseman, now up to bat for National Jetty with a base runner. And he hits that one out into left field. It's hit high, but Roche is there. He settles under it, and a pop out there for Zarate. And Brewer now up to bat. The runner is attempting to steal, but we got a hit by pitch, so that's all right. Nothing to steal there. Runners at first and second now with only one down. Velez, the second baseman, he hits that out to left field. Roche is there. He will gather under that, so nobody advances. And still runners at first and second. Novak, the catcher, he hits that one into foul territory, third base side. Strike one. The count, no balls, one strike to Novak, the pitch, and he hits that one out on the third base side. The third baseman dives under it and misses it, and then it gets past the left fielder Roche. The runners advance. It's going to be a double and an RBI. And that's the first run of the game. National Jetty on the board. All right, the pitcher Elfman, he swings at the first one and misses. A little on the outside of the plate there, and then a pitch way outside that he looks at for the first ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Elfman, and that pitch is inside for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Elfman. Bret looking to end the inning, and that one's outside, 88 miles an hour, a ball. Count 2-2, and then inside, and he swings at that one, but it's into foul territory, pop up. The first baseman Mira is there and gathers it for the third out. So to the bottom half we go. Super Strikes up to bat. Third baseman Market will lead things off here. And that one's inside. He kind of gets at it early and it pops out to Zappa, who rushes in. It was kind of a line drive. It almost dropped, but not quite. And now the first baseman Mira, who reaches out and he gets a bat on that one. It's out to third left field. Zappa is there and he makes the catch on the pop out. Albert, the shortstop, looking for his first hit of the day. Granted, he was pinch hit for early in the last meeting, so he didn't get as many plate appearances. And this one's down the third base line. That's definitely a hit. In fact, that's going to be a double. He's able to get that hit well away from Zappa, who had to run a long way to get the ball, and is on base with a double now. Milos, the catcher, up to bat. He's batting .333 after... Oh, and that's another base that he will take freely due to a hit by pitch. So Bret, the pitcher, up. And then we've got 2 down in the bottom of the first. Runners at first and second. He hits that one out to the second baseman, Velez, who just tosses it to the shortstop covering for the lead runner and the force, and that will end the inning. All right, now back to the top of the order for National Jetty. Connor up to bat, and he has a 99-mile-an-hour strike there. Looks at a fast pitch. Bret bringing the heat. And then outside for a ball. Just barely missed the edge of the plate with that one. 1-1 the count. And then the slider in the dirt there. Dropped well into the dirt. And Connor was not fooled. So 2-1 now the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch there on the outside for a strike. 81 miles an hour. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Connor. Bret. The windup, here's the delivery, and he hits that one. It's out into right field. Rodney's there, charging in, and he makes the catch. Tough play to make, but Rodney was up to the task. Weish now, the center fielder, and he hits that one right up the center. The shortstop dives for it and misses it. It's going to be a single. He's now on base with a single, which brings up Zappa, trying to get on base again, which he's done a lot of. He pops up on the infield now. That's the left fielder Market coming over, and he's got that one. So another one down. That's 2 down. Zarate now, the first baseman, looking to... And then we've got an attempt at a steal here, and that is going to be a stolen base. He gets in there. That's a Weish with the stolen base. All right, so Zarate now with Weish at second after the stolen base, and we've got a strike. He looked at a strike there. The count 1-1. And Bret delivers. That one's inside, a ball. The count 2-1 to Zarate. 2 down. Runner at second. And a strike. 85. Right on the inside corner of the plate there. Count is 2-2. Bret delivers a strikeout on Zarate. That will end the inning. Or that half of the inning, I should say. So Saller comes up for the super strikes. To lead this one off, and he hits that. It's kind of in on the hands, but he's able to hit it out between the infield and outfield, and it gets beyond Weish, the center fielder, so he's going to be up to second, and we will see he's going to go all the way to third. A triple to lead off this half of the inning for Saller. Well, he's already on third. Nobody down, and there's McCoy, but he hit it into a pop-up, and Saller was off the bag, and so it was an immediate double play. Oh boy. All right, so Rodney, the right fielder, up, and he hits that one deep into left field, right into the stands, and he just made a lovely memento for someone. Home run. The game is tied. All right, so Roche up, the left fielder, and he looks at a strike there. First pitch after the dramatic home run. We are now tied in the bottom of the third, and that's a pitch outside. 1-1 the count to Roche. Elfman on the mound for National Jetty. And he swings at that one. That's out to the shortstop Connor, who makes a long throw. He was running hard, but not in time. So that will end the third, and we are into the fourth inning now. Top of the fourth. Oh, and we've already got a pitching change here. Who are we bringing in? Dickey will be in for the super strikes. And National Jetty have Marsh up. Their first baseman, he pops up on the infield there. Albert is back. He looks to be under it very high, but Albert is there and makes the catch. So we've got 1 down. Brewer, the right fielder, up to bat. And that's just slapped over also to the shortstop. But the throw is a little bit slow, and he's able to get onto first base. So that's a single with 1 down. Now Velez up to bat, and he hits that one to the shortstop, who's able to throw it to second, but not to first in time. So just 1 out. Not a double play there. So still just 2 down. The catcher Novak up, takes a ball inside, 86 miles an hour. Dickey on the mound for the super strikes, and he fires a strike on the inside of the plate there, 89 miles an hour. 1-1 the count, and there on the inside, just barely missed. 88, and the count now 2-1 to Novak, and that one's outside as well. So now 3-1 the count. 3 balls, 1 strike to Novak. And he walked him. That one was outside, and he walked him. So Elfman, the pitcher, now up to bat. And Dickey trying to finish this out. There's a strike. He threw that outside corner, and Elfman tried to bat at it and missed it completely. There's a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Elfman. And Dickey looks in, and it was in on the hands. He kind of hit it up to the second baseman, who just grabbed it off of a 1-hop and throws to the shortstop covering, and that will end the inning. Or that half of the inning. So on to the bottom of the 4th, and it is Market up to bat. Elfman's still pitching for National Jetty. Let's see if Market can get anything going here in the bottom of the 4th. All right, Elfman throws it inside. He's well behind on the count now. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Market. See if he can find the zone. Market reaches out and slaps at that one, and it's going to get beyond the shortstop there into center field. Saller fires it in. That's a single. So Market is on base for Mira, the first baseman, and Mira pops that one up, and Albert's going over, and Albert is going to have that one. All right, so I'm switched my teams up here. So that brings Albert up to base. He hits that one down to the left field side. And of course, the left fielder there is Zappa. Got my score sheet confused, folks. Apologies. All right. And Milos, the catcher, is now up to bat. Elfman's still pitching for National Jetty. He pops that one up on the infield. So let's get the correct team names here. That's Marsh, the third baseman, out. And he makes that catch. All right, so that ends the bottom of the 4th. Let's see if National Jetty can get any offense going and break the tie. So Connor, the first batter in the lineup, up to bat to lead off this inning. Connor is the shortstop. 142 in the season with a homer. And Dickey's still pitching for the Super Strikes. There's a strike, or a ball rather, outside. So the count is 1-1. And close on that one, but a little outside. 2-1 the count now. And he delivers there. Another ball, 3-1 to Connor. And we'll see what happens here. Connor. And that's outside, so he walked him. Another walk, free pass there. And Weish up to bat, the center fielder. He swings at a pitch on the edge of the plate there for a strike. Nothing, and 1 to Weish. Takes a ball inside. We got a runner on first, nobody down, top of the 5th, tie ball game. And he hits that one down the third base line. The third baseman has it, throws it up to second for 1 out, but not able to get 2. So just 1 down, and now Zappa, who we all know is very dangerous. He hits that one. It's a shallow pop-up out to the left field side, and it looks like Market's out there and able to make the catch. So 2 down now. Zarate, the first baseman, up. And he fires that one down, and Zarate pops it up. It looks like the shortstop, Albert, there, is going to be able to make that play. He sure does. So that will close out that half of the 5th. And to the bottom we go. Super Strikes now up to bat. And the pitcher, Dickey, who will be pitching or batting at this as the leadoff in this inning. And we get it in this frame. He gets a pop-up over there to Zarate. He's under it, and that's the first out. So we're back to the top of the order. Saller, who's been one of their most effective hitters, and he knocks that one to Connor, who fires it out to Zarate, and that is out number 2. So McCoy comes up to bat, and McCoy... He takes a pitch on the inside there, and it's hit into center. No one's going to be able to get it. It's a hit. It's a hit. It fell right in front of Weish and beyond Velez, the second baseman. He was able to get it kind of in that zone there where no one could cover it, and he's now on base with 2 men down. And Rodney up. Rodney hits that one down the third base line. That's going to be very troublesome unless Zappa can get there. He cannot. It's into the corner. But a very long single. Zappa was right on it. He covered it. So now runners at first and second. We've got a pitching change. No surprise there. Bohr coming in. And looking to avenge some of the hits that he gave up in the first game. All right. So he does give up a hit there. The bases are now loaded. Bases loaded. 2 down. Market up. Third baseman, Market up to bat. That's inside, hit by pitch, so Bohr will give up an earned run there. Actually, that won't be charged to Bohr. We'll have to look at the score sheet. But he did walk in a run there, and then he pops him up. So that will end the inning. Connor, the shortstop, makes the catch. All right, but the Super Strikes take the lead, and the home team now leads 2-1. Top of the 6th, Marsh, the 5th batter in the rotation in the lineup, is up. He pops up into the third base side foul, and the third baseman, Market, is there, catches it, and that is the first out of the top of the 6th. Brewer now, the right fielder, up. Dickey is beginning to tire a bit. His velocity is decreasing, it seems. And that one is up. The second baseman, McCoy, can't get it. It's out to Saller, the second fielder, so that's a single. He's on to... Oh, and we're going to get a change now. Davids, the pinch hitter, comes in for... Oh, and we've got a... Oh, boy, a double play. Amazing how that happens. Just hit right into the double play. So the Super Strikes are now up to bat. Albert, the shortstop. And he takes a pitch in on the hands, hits that one out to the third baseman, and then the third baseman over to first for the out. Marsh to Zarate. Milos, the catcher, now up to bat. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 87 miles an hour. One down, nobody on. Bohr throws it well inside, backs Milos off, ball 1, 1-1 the count, and then back outside, 87 for another ball, so 2-1 the count. And he pitches, and he reaches up and hits it that one, but it's out to Connor, who he's not able to make the throw in time, so his speedy legs carried him to the base on that one. And now Dickey, the pitcher, is up to bat with Milos on first base, and only one batter, only one out in this bottom of the 6th. So 2 balls, no strikes to Dickey, and Dickey swings through that one. So the first strike there for Bohr, 2 balls, 1 strike. He swings at that one. The second baseman, Velez, has it. He throws to the shortstop covering and gets the lead runner, but not in time for the first base for the second out. And that's a foul ball, so our count now on Saller goes to no balls and 1 strike. Bohr throws him a ball inside, backs him off the plate there. The count's now 1-1, and he pitches outside, so it's 2-1 now. And Saller, quite an effective hitter so far. Bohr has every reason to be cautious. Another ball outside, 3-1, and then this one's inside. He takes the pitch inside, he slaps at it, but it's very weakly hit. The first baseman tosses to the lead runner, to the second base to get the lead runner out, and so we end the inning. Super Strikes still leading 2-1. Now the catcher Novak will begin this inning. Dickey is still pitching for the Super Strikes. Foul ball. Count is no balls, 1 strike to Novak. All right, and then a second strike there looking. No balls, 2 strikes to the catcher. Dickey throws that one inside, and he does hit at it, but it's to the third baseman, and he's not able to beat out that throw. Mark it to Mira for the out. So now Bohr, the pitcher, comes up. He hits that one foul. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Bohr. The windup and the pitch there is inside. He swings at it. He does make contact, and he actually gets a hit. The left fielder Roche was not able to move in time, and it was over the head of Market. So we've got a hit now from the pitcher. And the Super Strikes have brought in Badger in relief. He throws 1 pitch, and it's hit right back up the middle for a single. So now we've got runners at first and second with 1 down, and we've got another relief. And they're bringing in Fred. And National Jetty is going to bring in a pinch hitter, Bozzo. And there's a strike. Miles to Bozzo, 2 men who just were subbed into the game, just immediately just now. And Bozzo hits a deep, deep right field hit right into the stands for a home run. Wow. How about that? All right, so that means National Jetty now lead 4-2 in the top of the 2nd, and their most dangerous hitter so far, Zappa, up to bat. Count 2-0. There's a ball, so Zappa now ahead 2-0. His team with the lead. And it looks at the first strike, so the count now 2-1. Miles just gave up the lead on a big home run, and a third ball thrown to Zappa, so the count now 3-1. And that one's inside for a strike, so we've got a full count. Let's see what's going to happen now. Full count to Zappa. Miles delivers. And he swings at that one. It's right back up the middle. The second baseman dives and can't get to it. And so Zappa is on base safely. Zarate now comes up, 1 out. And he swings at a pitch that was in the dirt. Strike 1. Balls, none. Strike 1. And that's the first ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Zarate. And he swings at that one. That's into the right field. Rodney is going to be over there and under it and collects an out. We still got a runner at first. Marsh up, third baseman. And Miles delivers a pitch very close to the outside edge, but a ball. The count 1-0. All right, delivers inside to strike, 97 miles an hour. The count 1-1 now to Marsh. Runner at first. And another strike. A little slower on that one, off speed. 1-2 the count. And then he swings at that one. It's going back very deep. And we have just had another souvenir ball for a very lucky fan on that home run. National Jetty is not stopping the day. All right, so Brewer comes up. And he swings at that one. Is going to be, oh yes, the diving play by McCoy. It's beyond his hands. So he's on base now as well. All right, so top of the 7th, National Jetty with 2 outs, still trying to score. Davids hits that one into right field. Rodney is there, and that's out number 3. So that will end the top half of the 7th with 5 runs scored by National Jetty, taking a commanding lead now, a 4-run lead, bottom of the 7th. McCoy up to bat. Bohr pitching now. He's come in relief and has been able to keep the game in hand and now is sitting on the possibility of a win if he can keep the super strikes from scoring and taking back the lead. Rodney's popped up. Velez moves over and makes that right behind second base. All right, so Roche, the left fielder, is now up. And the runner is attempting to steal, and he's not even going to be close. Not even close. Caught stealing. That's out number 2. Roche. Still up to bat. And that one's inside, so the count now even, 1-1. 4. And throws that one outside. A ball misses the plate, 83 miles an hour. 2-1 the count. And that one's right down the middle. He swings at it, but it's into the foul territory side, first base side. Into the stand, in fact. So 2-2, 2 down, and he hit him. So that's a free pass. Obviously, no injuries in 8-bit baseball. Market up to bat, third base. And he's looked at 2 quick strikes there. No balls, 2 strikes. That's off the plate outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Market. And he strikes him out. Just throws him on that pitch on the inside corner, a strikeout. All right, so we move to the National Jetty side of the 8th. Oh, and just right back to the pitcher there for a quick out. Miles nabbed it. And so now Bohr, the pitcher for National Jetty, is up. And he got a hit last time. And this one out Albert and in time. He was able to throw him out there at first base. All right, so Connor is up. And he looks at a ball outside. Miles missed the zone there outside pretty well. 1-0 the count. Oh, and another hit by pitch there. So he takes a free base. And Bazo's up, the center fielder. He subbed in earlier in the 3rd. And so he fouls a deep foul on the first base side. He got 2 home runs as a pinch hitter. It's quite impressive. All right, he's popped up this time, however, to McCoy. He's under it. And makes the play for the 3rd out. So we move to the bottom of the 8th. Just 6 outs remaining for the home team to pull this one back. Getting pretty late. We've got a defensive substitution now. Zarate, the first baseman, substituted for, and we've got a pinch hitter as well. Rochus is in, number 6 for Mira. And Bohr still on the mound. So, here we are. Strike. 1-1. And he swings at that one. It gets past the second baseman. It gets past the right fielder. Rod, it gets past everybody. He's up to second base and stays at second. Well, what a way to start that action. Oh, and we're going to have another substitution. We've got all kinds of substitutions going on. So Shane now in for the super strikes. Irwin pitching for National Jetty. A strike there. Runner at second. Bottom of the 8th. Nobody out. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Irwin pitching. Shane is the pinch hitter. In for Albert. All right, and there is, oh, what a curve on that one, and he strikes him out. Impressive. All right, outside with the ball there to Milos, the catcher. 1 down now, still a runner at second, and Milos swings at that one. It's out into the right field side. Brewer there, and he will have the out. That's the second out now. Runner still at second, but Irwin is pitching out of this. Miles, the pitcher, is up to bat for the super strikes. No pinch hitter here, so we've got to deal with the pitcher and whatever batting skill he has. And in this case, he hits it into the shallow left field. Zappa charged in and made the catch. It wasn't easy, but he was able to get to it. So National Jetty here, their last chance to add on before we move to the 9th. And Zappa's going to hit that right down the line. Right down the line, a single, and he's still on the move. It's going to be a double for Zappa, who has just been putting together one of the finest seasons ever already. All right, so Lynch now, he hits that one into the shallow. Oh, got over the shortstop's head, and the runner couldn't advance, but nevertheless, he's on base safely. So now runners at first and second, nobody down, top of the 9th, and that pitch, oh, it's hit back to the pitcher, and a double play. So the runner does advance to third, but we have 2 outs for Brewer now, the right fielder, and he hits that one very softly into the center. He's going to get on base safely and gets an RBI. Wow. All right, so a single and an RBI for Brewer, which brings up Davids, the second baseman. Top of the 7th, and National Jetty have just added on to their lead. Looks like this will end it, though. The first baseman who has now been subbed. Who was Mira subbed with? It was Rochus who made that catch. Rochus now at first. All right, so to the bottom of the 9th we go. Saller leading off. And he's popped right up. He's popped right up. Should be an easy play. And it is. That's the first out of the bottom of the 9th. All right, Irwin there making the catch. McCoy up now. And he delivers a pitch well outside. 78 miles an hour ball. And we'll see what he does here. Irwin winds up. And that's a very, very curvy pitch that he's got there, but both have been balls so far. 2 balls, no strikes. That one's over the middle and back up to him, and he throws to first for the second out. So just 1 out away from closing it down and declaring a victory. And that pitch, ooh, that one gets down the line. That's going to be a base hit. That could very well be 2. He's moving on, and it is. That's a double. So we are still playing baseball here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Roche up. The left fielder, runner on second, and he swings at that pitch which was in the dirt, so no balls, 1 strike. Irwin, the pitch, down the first base line, the first baseman has it and immediately tags. The game is over. National Jetty win on the road over the Super Strikes. Bohr getting the win in relief. And how about those thrilling home runs?